From Doe's Eat Place at Government Street in Mid-City. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Live at Lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Charles Hanniger, Jimmy Ott, Max Gotro will be with us later in the show. Jordan Kitchen's back in the studio. Glad to have you with us here on a somewhat overcast day here in Mid-City, and we're expecting colder temperatures as the week goes along, but if you want to make it by here, we're in the Crown Town room, as we always are when we're here at Doe's. Come on by for lunch. You know, they're known for their steaks here at Doe's, but they do a fantastic lunch menu as well with some of the hidden gems like the meatball po' boy, which is one of my personal favorites. So if you're coming by here at Doe's, we invite you to stop on by and have lunch with us here today. Coming up, Andy Itzko with us from Las Vegas a little bit later in hour number one. We do first class, second class, no class on Tuesdays. We'll do that in hour number two. The Saints are making a little bit of progress as far as Kellen Moore putting his staff together. This morning, Ian Rappaport reporting that they are hiring Scott Tolzien, who is the quarterback, going to be the quarterback's coach. Tolzien played at Wisconsin, has been an assistant coach at a couple of different stops. He started at Wisconsin, where he played his college ball as an analyst, and then he spent 3 years with the Cowboys, most of that with Nussmeier, with Kellen Moore as the OC, and of course Doug Nussmeier was there as well. We expect still Nussmeier will be the offensive coordinator. They are taking a little bit of time with the interviews. I think if he were going to go and hire his brother Kirby from Missouri, they probably would have done that already. The early reports were that Kirby was going to stay in the college game, and so it looks like that's going to be the case, and Nussmeier eventually be the OC, but that hasn't happened yet. Tolzien coming on as a quarterback's coach probably means that Kirby is going to stay in the college game at Missouri. So the first I guess name hire that we know Tolzien from his time at Wisconsin. We'll see. He was with Moore at Dallas for 3 seasons, so we'll see if we'll see how that does. But all along we've expected that Nussmeier would be his offensive coordinator. Be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised that hasn't happened already, and we think that Brandon Staley is
concerned that it might not be.
I'm trying not to be. I don't think that there's a problem there. I know he came in for an interview, which is really more of an interview with, I think, Mickey Loomis than it was for Kellen Moore. It's not. Nussmeier has been on the staff with Moore for 5 years at 3 stops. So it's not. It's like me interviewing you. You know, I'm not going to learn a whole lot about you in a 2-hour interview that I don't already know. And so I think that was basically for Loomis's benefit. So I think that'll get done. And I think Nussmeier probably it's his first offensive coordinator job in the NFL. So I'm sure he's excited about that. Doesn't hurt that it'll be a lot easier to see his son play his last year of college, if that's possible, to jump on the interstate and come down the road for an hour. I mean, I'm not saying he can make every game, but in an off week, it's a lot easier to drive from New Orleans to Baton Rouge.
How many of those you gonna have? I mean, it's
you might get a Monday night game for the Saints and a Saturday afternoon game
closer, but I mean,
he might get to see 3 games instead of 0. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the season will be over too, but once the season's over, you're right there already.
So you got that, and his other son is playing as a junior in Dallas, a little suburb of Dallas called Flower Mound. So, he's a little bit closer to those guys. I think that's going to happen.
Well, the connection with Tolzien, and he was on Dallas' staff.
Yeah, he coached with him for 3 years at Dallas. They know each other.
I certainly remember him. It's funny. Is he a lefty? Tolzien?
Oh gosh.
Because Kellen Moore, lefty.
He was.
Doug Nussmeier, lefty.
Yeah.
I was just he may have been Charles. It means nothing. It's just coincidental.
He's not. I'm looking at a little video.
Okay,
he was right-handed.
Okay.
He was right-handed.
He
He played a handful of plays. He's a journeyman, kind of backup.
No, but
guy.
I remember him. I remember him playing for Barry Alvarez at
He's
Wisconsin.
a nice player at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He bounced around the league for 5 or 6 years as a backup, and so it's
Peyton Manning backup.
I think by the time he got to Indy,
it was
Andrew Luck. Yeah, it was after Manning. It was after Manning had left.
Did Tolzien play against LSU? What year was that they played Wisconsin in Texas?
16.
Oh, that was
no. I'm sorry. They played him in 16. It was in Green Bay. He played him in. It was 2 years later in 18 that they played him in. 17.
Okay, yeah, no. He was
14.
He was there before
14.
07 to 010.
Yeah. He was gone by that time. The game that they played
undrafted in the 11 draft, so his last year was 2010. So they went 11-1 that year, and I want to say, did they play? Yes, they did. That was when they played the Rose Bowl. Remember they played?
I did not.
Great game. TCU's best team ever.
One of the Andy Dalton teams?
Oh, yeah. 21-19.
Okay.
Yeah. 2019. Wisconsin didn't win, but they covered.
Oh,
Charlotte.
well, those are the kind of things you remember. I think, as much as anything, what we wanted to see was Kellen Moore, the youngest coach in the league, does not have, the longest coaching history. So what kind of staff was he going to be able to put together? And also that they started late. Moore was employed by the Eagles all the way through the Super Bowl, so he was the last coach to get started with this. There were some coaches that got plucked that he might have liked to have interviewed before he ever got the head coaching job because of what he was doing. So that's kind of a double whammy as far as putting together a staff. How many guys does he know, and how many guys are available to him? I think Tolzien's a solid guy. If he knows him, it's not like he's doing this sight unseen. If he knew him from Dallas, then he feels comfortable with him. And I expect Nussmeier will be in the fold before too much longer.
Just trying to be fair, he's comfortable with this but a young coach that you hire as a head coach, and when he's trying to put together a staff, you're limited with how many contacts you've established over a short period of time.
That's it.
I mean, so you don't know what you're gonna. Just don't know.
And if he does bring in Staley as his defensive coordinator, his time as a head coach was pretty limited too. He was not there for the terribly long period of time. So we'll see what kind of staff he puts together. Like I said, I want to be fair. I want to be a little bit open-minded, because what we saw during the season didn't lead to a whole lot of optimism. So before we kill it, let's see what it looks like. I'm fine with Tolzien coming in. A lot of college basketball.
Yeah, I mean, how many quarterbacks coaches can you evaluate and you analyze in the league?
None. Yeah, not very many. A lot of college basketball tonight. Big night in the thing. Last night, you got your Arizona pick right. I went against you. I took Baylor. Arizona control that thing from pretty much start to finish. So Baylor only their second home loss of the season. Duke a winner last night. They did not cover. Obviously, they covered. Virginia, the home team, didn't cover.
Right.
They were catching 14 and a half. Yeah. Cooper Flag continued another monster game for him. 14 rebounds last night. I only watched I'll be honest with you, about 5 minutes of this because it was obvious that your Duke was just thumping them in the first half.
So this was a Duke team, a roster that before the season started said, man, Jason Williams said, this might be the most talented Duke team ever. Okay, that's fine. We'll still some young players. And young players in this era of the tournament don't win it. But he is so versatile. And, he's not just this high-flying act or this freak Wembanyama or Zion with the build and stuff. But when you watch him, he just does everything well. He can literally play the 1 to the 5. And I do like his IQ. He seems like he's reading the defenses. He's okay, this particular matchup, I need to, take this guy down low. I need to create for him. I'm going to be able to create wide open because they're pinching on me. His basketball IQ is so advanced for this young, because remember, he's younger than most freshmen in college. And that's the thing when people say, man, he's really, really, It's kind of what we haven't seen a ton out of the American players. The super advanced players, IQ wise, have been the ones that are playing pro so early,
Yeah.
and forced to be advanced. They're just more individuals and high flying. He can get nasty if he wants and throw it down. He'll finish, but then like that's why I bring up this part of him. He doesn't look like he's a super physical guy, but he does not hesitate to mix it up down in the paint. And there to your point, 14 rebounds is an indication of his willingness to do all aspects of the game. And not just pace and space. I'm going to park it on the three and things like that. He's a complete super, super high IQ. So can that give, because he's advanced and he's mentally mature as IQ, does that give them more of a chance than most young base teams? That's all.
It might.
That's the fun part about it.
I can't name 5 teams that are better than them. They're going to be a 1 seed probably, maybe a 2, but probably a 1.
But they're not as old as say Tennessee.
No, they're not.
You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly not as old as Auburn. Some other. So that's why. But it's just the fun part about it, But he's a coach's dream, man, because he's so versatile and so smart.
Can I tell you that I've had Tankathon, which monitors the lottery, bookmarked for a long time, and what is supposed to be a very good draft. Okay, like
some people are kind of saying
they're backing off a little bit.
Okay, okay. You've heard the same thing
because of the Rutgers kids mostly. They haven't had a great year. Rutgers hasn't had a great year.
They're not good,
right? They think that this draft could produce more than 3 or 4 all-stars. Okay, that would be a hell of a haul. We don't know, but my point is, he is absolutely the number 1 guy. There is not. It is as much of a slam dunk as when Wembanyama going number 1, or Zion going number 1, or Anthony Davis going number 1, or whoever was the big. There's no debate in this. What is a very good draft?
And it's nothing he's doing. He's just not doing anything to affect it. But he could have had. He could have had a very mediocre season at Duke and would have been number 1.
Yes,
and we all know why.
Absolutely.
Because when they put him on the same court with the world's best, he gave him headaches. But he's doing it. I mean, and just like this, it's a game, where they're favored by 14, 15, 18 points every night because the ACC's weak and they take care of business. Well, that shows a sign of maturity by a team to do that. So then when you're shy, you just got to say, man, I got to scout the other team. And I can say, okay, this guy's weak. Okay, Cooper, we want to take advantage of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's fun to watch. And
just turned 18.
He's just not super. Yes, he's not super highlight material. But for anybody who has any type of knowledge of basketball, so damn smart. First one, yes.
Multiple teams. Matchups with ranked teams tonight, and LSU's back in action tonight. There was LSU basketball news yesterday. Shea Dixon with a terrific story with On 3 that we're going to get to later on in today's show. We are at Doze.
You got news? Real. I'm not going to poo-poo it. It's real news.
It's real news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's real news.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good news, but it is good news.
There's been some things you've brought up as news, and I'm a poor teammate here, and I just poo-poo it, and I start slamming my fist down.
This is absolute news.
Okay? All right.
Whether it is, like I said, whether it's good news or bad news, I'll let you.
You heard that, Fadinky? No poo-poo news.
Yeah.
Real news.
We're here at Doze Place on Government Street in Mid-City.
Well, the newsy thing about Doze Place and the lunch menu, which is served Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., you get a great lunch. I mean, a hot cooked meal, or you do the sandwiches, the club, the hamburger, the chicken sandwich, all kinds of chickens, whether it's grilled, fried, blackened, the hot chicken sandwich, Nashville style, that Max likes to get so much. And you can dress it up with different cheeses, aiolis, onions, breads, bacon, just a little bit of everything. Even our chili that we put over our tamales, different po' boys, like the debris po' boy, the Italian meatball po' boy. It's kind of a hidden little gem over here. Salad, chef salad, chicken salad, shrimp salad, grilled steak salad. Charlie, I know both you and I have had those salads, which we like a lot. And then the plate lunch is enough to feed two. Spaghetti and meatballs, the hamburger steak you do with the garlic mashed potatoes or the hand-cut French fries, fried catfish platter, or the country fried steak that is bigger than Fadinki's head. Yes. Yes.
It's large. Live at Doe's on Government Street, Mid-City, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
This is Will Campbell with the Tigers. Louisiana National Bank is committing to making every interaction with its customers an experience that's more exceptional than any you've ever encountered. If you're looking for a teammate to help you achieve your financial dreams, come see one of the Louisiana National Bank's uncommon bankers. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. Now is the time to get your AC cleaned and checked before those sweltering temperatures arrive. Ensure your unit is performing at max efficiency, lower your monthly bills, and prolong the life of your central air conditioner. Right now, mention my name or Jimmy Ott and get $100 off that service. Down from $179 to $79. Call Total Maintenance for generators, electricity, and plumbing issues. In Baton Rouge, 480-1000, and in New Orleans, call 841-3300. Service today, every day at Total Maintenance.
Finding the right personnel for your organization can be a challenge. At Glow Resources, we take that job seriously, but not ourselves. We place the best people into the right job. Glow Resources, complete employee solutions. GlowResources.com.
If you're looking for some time away, but you don't want to go too far, the Cook Hotel at LSU is just what you've been searching for. Book your getaway today and enjoy a beautiful escape in any of their luxurious guest rooms or suites overlooking the gorgeous LSU lakes. Whether you're here to shop or stay, the Cook Hotel at LSU is where you can find it all. Stay for the weekend, come by, grab lunch, or shop at their alumni gift shop. Visit thecookhotel.com to book your stay today. That's thecookhotel.com.
Stabs Prime Steak and Seafood? Stabs Prime Steak and Seafood. Well, I guess along with those sizzling steaks, we do have wood-fired oysters and scallops, beautiful sea bass, fresh Gulf fish and shrimp, and rich Ora King salmon. So yeah, Stabs Prime Steak and Seafood. Jefferson Highway across from Palermo Ristorante. Tell Leo that Kevin sent you. And don't forget, there ain't no cake in that crab cake. Come and see us.
Have you been arrested or even issued a traffic ticket? Everyone makes mistakes. Hi, I'm Dana Brown from the law offices of O.C. Brown. If you find yourself in an unfortunate situation with the law, call us today, and we can help you resolve your problem, whether it's just a traffic matter or something more serious. No criminal matter is too big or too small for us to aggressively and effectively represent you. Before making any decisions, call us at 225-343-1111 for your free consultation. You can also visit us at ocbrown.com. The law offices of O.C. Brown, your law firm for a lifetime.
Transform your space with Got Lit Lighting. From stunning landscape lighting that enhances your home's beauty and security to dazzling event lighting that sets the perfect mood. Whether it's a backyard wedding, holiday display, or a simple way to illuminate your landscape, we've got the expertise to bring your vision to life. Visit gotlitlights.com and let's light up your world. Got Lit Lights, because everything looks better when it's lit.
The new location of Los Reyes Mexican Grill on Wesley across from Mike Anderson's. Man, the place looks great. Lots of indoor and outdoor seating options with plenty of big TVs to watch all your favorite games. All of the traditional Mexican cuisine with a great happy hour, 2:30 to 6:30, 7 days a week. Plus $5 margaritas all day, all night on Wednesdays. Great spot to bring the baseball team in between games. Just 5 minutes north of Traction and 5 minutes south of LA.